Right, guys, welcome back. We're going to do the Ambassadors issue number 4 by Mark Millar, and this time Olivier Coipel. Is that how you say it? He's a good artist. Coming back to issue number 1, I like it. I like the premise. Issue 2 and 3 just slid off the rails, and I think, what am I reading? This is boring. This is not fun at all. And then I saw this cover. This is the only cover that I could get. I said, "Oh, they're gonna make this a superhero? Okay, but I also saw a gun because the Asian woman, the Korean woman are choosing righteous people, right? Good people for the cause. Putting the ambassadors together. This whole superhero group from different countries, people from different countries. And I must say, there was at some point in this book that made me, well, angry is a big word, but I wasn't happy at all. I'm going to show you. So we dive right in. So there's some kind of assassination in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, and the police are corrupt, right? And this is the father. He's a pastor, right? And he says, "Any idea what happened here, father? You tell me. The man I was counseling to leave the militia shows up dead on the steps of my church. My guess is your boss had him executed." I thought to myself, what do you mean, boss, right? These are the police. So, and then he says, "Nah, this wasn't one of ours. The kids are saying Octavio offed him, and then he's trying to move into our taxi business." So the police is corrupt here and dealing with criminal businesses then, right? So the pastor calls them out. He says, "Listen to yourself, not even a hint of shame." This guy's talking about sending Z to nip it in the bud. Last thing we want is another turf war. All right, so this Z, that's her, by the way. And he says, "Get away from God's house and take your filthy guns with you. Keep your hair on, man. We're only doing our jobs." Right. So he then gets a message from, "Hey, Father Peter Pereira, you have been selected out of 300 million applicants to join the ambassador, codename Brazil." So I thought, okay, I can get on board with that. Pastors and people that are. That's the image that I had in my mind. That they're good people. They're doing a lot for the community, helping people. Good virtue, right? So I think, okay, that's a good one. We're gonna go with that. So, and then Z did this. Who the hell murdered a bitch right out of our door? So they want to bring it in, and then, well, Z is coming, and she has, of course, a nose ring, and this is some crime lord, and then the light goes out, and then a lot of shooting. I must say, the coloring and the action and the art looks really nice. So the artist is, I'm on board with that. And he says, "Did he get in here?" And then Z is she's going to shoot, but this is an Uzi, right? Is this the right sound effect for an Uzi, like patoom, patoom, patoom? I mean, isn't that, an Uzi is more quicker, with shooting, and the patoom is more like a shotgun sound effect or something like that. I could be totally wrong. Anyway, so she's killing people left and right, and then so the police are coming in, and this guy's busted. "Didi's dad, Octavio. I've sent the message. I've been sent to deliver a message from our mutual Captain Lobo. You're going to be his butler, and your wife and daughters are going to be his housemates." So basically, she's saying, "You are working for him now. Do you understand?" "Absolutely. You got an early start this morning." And then we're going to, I don't know, Captain Eduardo Lobo, and he's very pleased with her, what she's done, right? And so he's giving some money and some pills for, as a reward, right? And then she's going to the church for a confession. And but then the pastor says, "You don't need to tell me what you've been up to, Z. I saw the pictures. I'm also not sure how seriously you take confession if you keep doing this over and over. But I'm really a penitent, Father Pereira. I take no pleasure in what the captain sends me to do, and I try my best to work within a moral code." Right. He says, "Is this a joke?" He says, so she says, if she didn't join the militia, she's getting killed, and she's growing up, watching Falevas and drug dealers charge us for gas and electricity. And now the police charge us for gas and electricity. You're just as bad as the people you replaced. What am I supposed to do? If I walk away, I end up dead, and you replace me with someone worse. And then she says that the strike you're organizing is really a bad idea, by the way. You've been protected here because of your status, but you interfere with the tax collection, and they put a bullet in your head. This isn't tax, this is robbery. Anyway, so she's going away, and then he's on Antarctica later. He's been invited by Chung Yong Sung, something like that, and probably a little bit wrong with that, with the name. So he says, "Hey, what am I doing here? Because I didn't, nominate myself." So it seems that I don't know people around him, his parishioners, is that how you say it, voted for him, and she says, "We're all looking for someone special." Rio's got a lot of problems. All those cops that joined the militias might have cleared out the drug lords, but they are creating something worse, and you politicians just turn a blind eye. You brought a lot of hope since you came to that parish, but you're only human. What if we turn you into something else? So he says, by putting on his wristband, letting your computer take over my body, and she's explaining the whole situation about, hey, you get different powers, right? You get 3 powers at a time. And think of the good you could do with all of this. I'm doing fine as I am, he says. And then there's some kind of she tried to convince him, because this is a guy that is 72 years old, flying around jets, but the pastor says, hey, listen, I'm wasting my time here. I'm not interested. Just stand back and watch what he can do. It's amazing. He'll be passing through in a second. And then I believe the pastor's wife, how fast was he going? I have no idea. Couldn't even see him, but I think it's their choice for the Australian ambassador or something said he was a big politician. Seriously? So they said. I really don't see the downside to all this, Vitor. That wristband you keep you safe from local assassination squads. God will keep me safe. What about the baby? God will keep the baby safe too. This wasn't what I called to do, Maria. This was never part of the plan. Well, I'm not sure God can save you on this one, dude. So, later, you get the call. Yeah, fuck it. You're gonna kill him? Do I have a choice? There's rules to living here. And if you and I are just the little people, Carlos. So, yeah, she's going here to assassinate our father here, our pastor. Hello, Z. I heard a rumor you were coming to visit me today. It's funny, last night I was standing at the South Pole and a woman I never met gave me a magic wristband. She said it would give me superpowers, and she wanted me on to join the team she was building. She was building. Have you ever heard anything more ridiculous? And she says, stop talking, Father. I don't want to make this more painful than it has to be. You're not going to hurt anyone, Z, ever again. So I thought, yeah, this guy's going to teach her a lesson, right? Because he's a big piece of... Yeah, I cannot say the word because of YouTube algorithms. And then we go to the cop who is very pleased, but he's also a superstitious man, because it doesn't feel right to kill a pastor, a man of God, right? But it has to be done because he was interfering with his business, right? And he doesn't want to have the gangs going back into doing their stuff again. No offense intended, he says to this former crime lord. And he says, none taken, Captain Lobo. But then the light goes out, and then there's a voice. Captain Huerta Lobo, I hope you hear this loud and clear, because I'm going to say this once. You and your family will leave Rio by midnight and be out of this house in 60 seconds. You've been a cancer on this place. You need to be removed. If you don't leave now, you're going to end up like your cars. So the cars are getting up and getting crushed. Then he's, crying. So you got 30 seconds and there's earthquakes, right? And there's a countdown. And then we see this, maybe apparition or maybe something, is destroying this villa. So I thought, hey, this is the pastor. Yeah. No. I was pissed. I was really pissed. So you're gonna tell me that the pastor did nothing and just gave her a wristband? This piece of human garbage, a murderer, gets to be one of the heroes. She never even showed remorse one time. Right? She says, "Oh yeah, well, what I'm supposed to do? I cannot get out of here," she says, right? But she didn't show any remorse. But you know what really rubs me the wrong way is that this woman, I'm gonna show you a little bit here. So she's now, being a hero here, right? She's been transported to Antarctica. Look at the smug face. Good to meet you, Z. Welcome to the team. Dude, you didn't even pick her. You picked him because he's the good guy. Not this one. Oh my God. Is hate watching a thing? Or hate reading? Is that a thing? Because that's what I'm doing right now. I'm hate reading. That's a good title. I'm going to put that in. And then we go back to this woman's husband, right? And he's also putting a team together. And this guy's being recruited. And he says, "Hey, I got diabetes. If I'm going to do this, gonna get cured." And he says, "Yeah, you're going to be in perfect health. You're never going to see the inside of the hospital again. What we do here must never go public. Do you understand? This club only works if people never know." Now, this is basically the better part of the comic, the story. It takes only 4 issues to get here, but okay. Anyway, so, and he says, look at this hipster dude with this. This is so stereotypical, right? With this, "Oh, I don't have socks and this stupid shoes and this, that." I hate those guys. No, I'm kidding, but it's still. Just the thing with your ex and all these other superheroes she's making out there. This rescue squad she's putting together. They won't be a big problem, will they? And he's getting pissed off, and he's got superpowers too. And now we're gonna see a different side of this guy that we only see sprinkled through the comics a little bit here. And he says, "No, Mr. Anson, he won't be a problem." Now, this is what I want to see. I want to see some danger, something that's coming up that, finally see some cool action, right? Not sure if that's going to be in the other ones. But, overall, I'm not having real much fun. So this is the next issue, the 6th issue in total. So we're going to see if this, getting better. But, I'm not rooting for this garbage human. So, yeah, I'm not sure. I had a completely different view about this book, right? But it seems that they're all showcasing people that whining, crying, weak, giving a pass of the deeds that they have done in the past, right? And you can say, well, everybody deserves a chance. I agree, but this person needs to go in jail first and pay for her crimes instead of, "Oh, you killing people? Well, here's your magic wristband, and now you're a superhero." No, that's not gonna fly with me, guys. I'm gonna hate watch. I'm gonna hate read the rest of this pretty soon. Leave a comment. Leave a comment what you think about this. See you on the next one. Bye bye.